Hi everyone, Grant K here for the Flame Premium Learning channel. In the previous video, I introduced the new desktop and spoke about the various workflows in Flame Premium 2016. In this video, we'll look at the project and user settings. Starting on the left, you have the host pull-down menu to log into any remote systems for a collaborative workflow with shared libraries. Please refer to the video on collaboration with shared libraries for more details. For most cases, you'll probably use your current system that Flame refers to as the host. A common scenario is to use multiple storage attachments for different projects. So the Flame products could have local storage, but also access to a SAN. When it comes to project selection, you do not need to select a storage volume to view the projects on that specific volume. This is an automatic process. So here you have the project selection. If you open the pull-down menu, all the projects on every available volume will be listed. You can sort by name, date, etc. But as you would expect, you can also sort by volume. In the pull-down menu, you can see the volume to project association. Now when it comes to project creation, you can only create projects from the startup screen. You can switch projects when you're inside the application, but you cannot create new ones. This limits the potential of carrying over another project's settings if it has become corrupted. So for project creation, you enter into the project creation window and you choose the volume at the same time as you set up the project. This gives you better visibility to see where your projects will be created. For existing artists, the layout has been tweaked for better clarification compared to previous versions. But all the relevant options for project creation are still here. A new option to highlight is the nickname entry. This optional text box allows you to abbreviate the name of the project. So when you render or export media, you can add the nickname as part of the naming tokens in order to identify the origin of the media. You also have the same option in the user creation, so you could identify who worked on a particular shot. Moving on to the tabs below, you can select the intermediate formats that you wish to use for this project. And you also have access to the settings for the newly updated proxy workflow for Flame Premium 2016. Just as an extra tip, please note that once you set your project proxy settings, you cannot edit them in the middle of a project. You can learn more about the updated proxy workflow in a future video. Now, once your project has been created or selected, you have a few other considerations. When you return back to the main startup screen, you will find an explicit Workspace Selection pull-down menu. In terms of the project structure, each project starts off with one workspace environment. This is normal if only one system is working on a single project. As you start collaborating with other systems, each system will have its own workspace tied into the project. However, using the Workspace Selection, you can log into any of the workspaces within the project and access all the associated work. You can also access the different workspaces through the Project tab in the Media Hub. This also gives you the ability to rename and delete workspaces within the current project. We'll talk more about collaboration in a later video. For now, you have a clear and concise indication as to what project you're using, as well as the workspace you will access for this project. The next topic I'd like to briefly discuss is the user profile. When going to create a new user, the user profile stores default layouts as well as preferences and hotkeys. So when you use a Flame profile, you will start the project off in the Tools area displaying the reels. And in the Media panel, you will have one batch group and one Reels group. This starting point should be familiar to you as a Flame artist. And similarly, when you use a Smoke profile, the project will start up using the source sequence viewers. The Media panel will contain a batch group, a Reels group, and an empty sequence in the library that is more conducive to a Smoke artist. Because there are the default settings, every new project you create with your user will have the matching layout. Finally, here are some housekeeping tips. When looking at the project selection, you can also sort by software version. It is also really useful to know that you should be able to convert old projects to the latest version. The other small functionality is that you can delete projects from older versions. This means you do not have to have multiple installs of the software to be able to clear out any old projects. Please move on to the next video. Comments, feedback, and suggestions are always welcome and appreciated. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Flame Premium Learning channel for future videos.